Hey everybody, thought I'd show you around my garden real quick. Last week's email was entitled "How is your garden growing?" And I thought I would go ahead and do a little video and show you how my garden's growing while I have my coffee outside. Pretty nice out here today. This garden has been planted since before Mother's Day. I started a lot of it from seeds, so here we go. Here you can see I've got my containers, and these are tomato plants I started from seed, and so are these. You know, these ones seem to be doing a little bit better than these ones. But in here there's coconut coir, and there's garden soil, and they're self-watering. So I hook my rain barrels up to it here. Water goes in here, and as you can see down the tube, they're connected, and the water just goes through like this. There's perforated pipe in there, coconut coir, so the water can wick up through, and the water goes through here, comes out here, and then like this. And in this one I've got my salad. And some people who garden, are avid gardeners, might say, oh, your lettuces are too close together. Well, the reason I did this is so that I can pick leaves and pick a salad. I've got the whole gamut of all the different, you buy the mixed green salads. This is basically a giant mixed green salad that's growing and will keep growing. And I got carrots and radishes here. And obviously I have to thin out my radishes and my carrots so they grow better, but this is nice because now I have seedlings. And radish seedlings taste just like radishes, so those are nice. You can pick those and add them to your salad. It just adds another green, another dimension of flavor. And here I've got some pepper plants mixed in with some thyme and some parsley, cilantro, basil back there. And again, they're all close together so that I can pick the leaves and add them to my salad and add more flavor as a green. And here I've got my peppers. These peppers I planted, I bought and planted, and these ones I grew from seeds. So you can see the difference in how it's starting from seeds and buying plants are. And again, these are plants I planted from seed, and these are peppers that I'm growing. More peppers from seed, and look, even in my containers I'm getting weeds. I'll pick the weeds out. Here I've got my rows of corn, and if you look down the row you can see my corn plants are coming up nice. So it looks like I'll have corn this year. I've planted corn in the past and not been able to get any. I got my strawberries. Those plants I bought, again, only because they were on sale and they were cheap. Here I've got seedlings of squash coming up, and they're starting to get their third leaf, which is the adult leaves. These are the seedling leaves. Well, I've got 4 rows of squash. So these squash, I'm going to train them to grow in this area. I may put a trellis in there and grow them up on the trellis. But I think they're butternut squash. The last time I had butternut squash, I saved the seeds. And those are seeds from a vegetable that I bought at the store, and now they're growing. And here I've got cucumbers, and my cucumbers aren't doing too fabulous right now, but they're not dying. So I'm just gonna keep giving them worm tea, compost tea, and I'll probably give them some of that garden soil in the bags I have when they get a little bit bigger. I planted poppies here, so all these little seedlings except for the grass are poppies. This is one problem I've had with my garden in the past, is this was all grass at one point when I first bought the place, and so the grass likes to come back. You see it over there in the corner, and over here those are weeds. So I come out and pull them frequently. The grass that's growing over by my totes, I'm going to spray that with vinegar and salt, and that'll kill them off, and it won't poison my garden. Because you definitely don't want to use Roundup around the food that you're eating. Here, this area here, I planted some edible flowers. They're called nasturtiums. And here's the seed mix. They're edible flowers, and I just thought maybe I'd give those a try and add them to my salad to see how, what kind of flavor that gives. And these are the little seedlings right here. They have cute little leaves. I can't wait till they come up. They're supposed to like bush up and take over, so they'll take over this whole area. And as you can see, my footprints in the mud here. That when I planted my peas, which my peas are coming up very nicely. I've got 4 rows of peas, and I'll put them up on trellises when they start reaching and start crawling. But anyway, so when I planted those in the corn, this was deep mud. It had been raining for a while and was very soft, and I was sinking in it. Had my army boots on, and I sunk up to the top of my army boots in mud. So that's this much mud. So that's how I made those rows. And I've had a deer come through and visit my garden. I need to put up some countermeasures to keep them out when my vegetables start coming in, so that he's not eating my stuff. Haven't seen any rabbits yet. Of course, I really don't have anything for the rabbits to eat yet. More corn. And hopefully this corn will come up to such an extent that the sun goes this way through the sky. So this is on the western side of the garden. So when the sun comes down, my corn should be tall enough to give all my plants on that side of the garden, some relief in the late afternoon. Kind of like why my beehives are over here by the trees. The trees give the beehives relief when the sun starts going down behind the trees. They're in the shade, so the bees get some relief from the hot in the hottest part of the summer. This area here that looks like all weeds, I actually have giant sunflowers planted. Some of these are doubled up. Real soon I'm gonna pull up the doubles and move them this way. There's nothing planted in this area because this is the wettest part of the garden. This typically turns into a pool of water over here. But these will grow 12 feet tall, and again, they'll shade out the other parts of the garden so that plants can get some relief from the sun. So that's my garden. Probably wondering why I got these bags hanging around. I saw a video on YouTube that said that keeps the deers out. It didn't work, so that was an experiment that didn't work. I'm gonna try another one. Over here I've got my black thimbleberries, and over there the same thing. I got a few last year from them. And I got blueberries over there. That plant, I need to move it because it's getting root rot and suffering badly. So, that's my garden, and hope you enjoyed it. Keep on gardening, keep on reading my emails, and have a great day.